The Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca and Epictetus, offered timeless wisdom on how to live a life of virtue, resilience and self-mastery. Their teachings are as relevant today as they were in ancient times. A man who follows the principles of Stoicism is one who understands that life is unpredictable and full of challenges, yet he chooses to navigate it with wisdom, strength and discipline. He does not allow himself to be swayed by fleeting emotions, nor does he seek external validation. Instead he turns inward, seeking mastery over his own mind and actions. A true man does not allow emotions to dictate his actions, as Epictetus said. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Self-discipline and emotional regulation are signs of strength. A man who loses control of his emotions allows external forces to dictate his fate, whereas a Stoic remains composed, no matter the situation. Marcus Aurelius emphasized focusing on what is within our power and letting go of the rest. Worrying about external circumstances is futile. Only our thoughts and actions are under our control. Understanding this distinction is the key to inner peace and personal growth. He who masters himself masters the world. In a world that constantly seeks to provoke reactions, the man of Stoic discipline remains steadfast, responding with wisdom rather than impulse. Difficulties forge character. Seneca believed that hardship is the training ground for greatness. When faced with challenges, a Stoic sees them as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. A man who shirks from adversity denies himself the chance to become stronger. Trials should not be feared but embraced. They refine us, shape us, and build the resilience necessary to endure life's unpredictable twists. A man of character acts according to his principles, not for approval. Honesty, reliability and moral strength define true masculinity. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one, wrote Marcus Aurelius. There is no need to seek validation from others. The path to true masculinity lies in personal virtue and steadfast commitment to one's values. Strength is not measured by physical power or wealth, but by the ability to remain unwavering in one's principles despite external pressures. Despite his power, Marcus Aurelius remained humble. Recognizing our limitations and flaws allows us to learn and improve. True strength lies in acknowledging that we are always a work in progress. The wise man understands that he is never done learning, never beyond reproach, and never above improvement. Pride and arrogance are the enemies of wisdom. Seneca taught that life is best lived in service to others. A real man contributes to society, helps those in need, and strives for something beyond personal gain. The pursuit of virtue is not a solitary endeavor. It is deeply connected to how we serve the world and those around us. A Stoic man does not seek to dominate others but to uplift them, to inspire through action rather than words, and to be an example of integrity. He does not boast of his achievements, nor does he seek accolades. Instead he finds fulfillment in living honorably and making a difference where he can. Everything in life is fleeting. Stoicism teaches us to detach from materialism and status, focusing instead on virtue and wisdom. Wealth, fame, and recognition mean nothing in the face of mortality. Death is inevitable. Live in a way that you leave a lasting impact. A Stoic man prepares for death not with fear but with acceptance, knowing that his legacy will be defined by how he lived rather than what he accumulated. He is aware that all possessions, titles and social status are temporary, but the values he upholds, and the lives he touches will endure. Being a man, according to the Stoics, is about mastering oneself, acting with honor and facing life's trials with courage. Strength is not about dominance but about control over oneself. It is about knowing when to speak and when to remain silent, when to act and when to be still, when to fight and when to yield. It is about being unwavering in one's commitments, yet flexible enough to adapt to new wisdom. A Stoic man does not lament the past nor anxiously await the future. He lives fully in the present, making the most of each moment with purpose and clarity. By embodying these principles, one can lead a life of purpose, dignity, and inner peace. In a world full of chaos and distraction, the Stoic man stands firm, unwavering in his values, unshaken by the storms of life. He is not defined by what happens to him, but by how he chooses to respond. This is the essence of true masculinity. A life lived in accordance with reason, virtue and resilience is a life well lived. No man can escape the hardships of life, but he can decide how he meets them, whether with despair, or with the fortitude of a Stoic.